I want to thank you for watching this podcast. We are looking at the book of 1 Corinthians. We're in the 13th chapter. We are working through, and actually today we will probably end the 13th chapter. But let me just say this. Go back to Monday's and Tuesday's podcast, because it's very important that we understand that the Apostle Paul is telling us that in this present life, we know in part, we prophesy in part. In this present life, we act like an infant. In this present life, we look in the mirror, but we only see an enigma. We only see something obscurely. But when the perfect comes, and again, we've talked about in these last 2 days what that perfect is. It's either when you die or it's at the rapture of the church. And again, remember, the Apostle Paul is not talking to unbelievers. He's talking to the Corinthian church, believers. And he's telling us that when the perfect comes, either when we die or when Jesus returns, then we will reach a place of complete maturity. We need to understand that, yes, we are saved. Everything is done. Everything is purchased for us. We are saved right now. But you know what? We are not walking in complete salvation. You say, well, what do you mean? Our minds are still needing to be dealt with. Our reasoning is still needing to be dealt with. Our physical bodies still need to be dealt with. But you know what? When we die, or when Jesus returns, we will no longer have to deal with all of these things that we deal with now. Why? Because we will be in a place of complete maturity. There's 3 things that we can experience here on earth that we're going to experience in heaven. And that brings us to verse number 13. Verse number 13. Chapter 13, verse number 13. Now, faith, hope, and love abide. These 3. What are we going to find in heaven? We're going to find in heaven faith. The Greek word here for faith is the Greek word pistis, and it means our faith. You know what? We're going to go into heaven. We're going to be there as a mature person, and we're going to find the same faith that we had here. Only our faith will be in a place of maturity. Faith. It means the things that we trust in, the things that we give our lives over to. Faith. It's the way that God does things. Now, here on earth, you know what? We're using our faith. We're walking in faith. We're struggling with our faith and constantly trying to develop our faith and cause it to grow. We're reading the Word. We're studying the Word. We're praying in the Spirit. We're doing all of these things to develop our faith, to make our faith whole. But when we get to heaven, we're not going to do away with faith. No, faith is going to be in heaven. Paul said it. These 3 abide. Right now, they abide. But when we get to heaven, you know what? Heaven is going to be full of faith. Full of faith. The next thing that he uses here, the next word, is hope. Hope. What is hope? Hope, it's something that looks forward to something. You know what? Here on earth, we operate in hope. Do you know that our faith is based on hope? Now, I know some people put down hope. You know what? They're wrong in doing so, because hope is extremely important. We live in a society that's plagued with discouragement and plagued with depression. What is the opposite of depression and discouragement? It's hope. But when the perfect has come, when we get to heaven, you know what? We are going to be filled with hope. No longer is it going to be an expectancy of something coming in the future. This is going to be an expectancy that tomorrow, the next second, all of eternity, God is going to be there, and we are going to be enjoying what heaven is filled with. Think about that. Heaven is going to be full of faith. Heaven is going to be full of hope. These three things are going to abide. They're going to remain. What's the last thing? Love. Love. What's heaven going to be filled with? It's going to be filled with love. Right now, here on earth, we're struggling with love, aren't we? How many of you know we're struggling with loving people that are not very lovely? And by the way, again, the word love here is the Greek word agape, and it means an unconditional type of love. It means a love that's given without any condition at all. But you know what? We struggle right now with love. But when we get to heaven, we're not going to struggle with love. We're going to live with love. We're going to live being loved, and we're going to live to the fullest degree of loving each other and loving God. Wow. What a wonderful thing the Apostle Paul is bringing to the Corinthians. What a wonderful hope that he's bringing to the Corinthians. That even though we only know in part now, even though we prophesy in part now, even though we're living this life of immaturity, this life of partiality, when we get to heaven, there's going to be three things that are going to abide: faith, hope, and love. These three things will abide. But the Apostle Paul ends verse number 13 with this statement: but the greatest of these is love. The greatest. It means the thing that endures forever and ever, the thing that is of the highest quality here on earth and in heaven. The thing that's going to endure forever and ever is love. The greatest. Not in a numerical way, but in a durability way. The greatest is love. Wow, we've got a lot to look forward to, don't we? God bless you. You know what? I want to thank you for watching this podcast. Join us again tomorrow as we continue our study through the book of 1 Corinthians.